Please, let's know whether we have any positive message. We are still here. Still being calm. And so let's pave way for our lead convener to address us. Please, brothers, much more. By far, that our patience is commendable. Jubilee House, now, from information you know, I'm saying a new wapayo. Now, information no omunya ni. Naturally say, krata ni edeko ene die ekoi. Ni mum say bedroom of honomono. Na no see asempo. However, I'm say Ghana youth enti me demonstration. Na omonti. Now, of course, according to them, say President Mahama Prampo and say in Temwa. And can sure say, Masumu will be a cabinet meeting. But all the same, and when you force a better lead than another. But young way of Wabaso, Ghana, Mabuno, we have shown the way. The rest of Africa will learn from the youth of Africa. For those of you who are not aware, this is not a mass protest because the engagement we had with Ghana Police Service, the intelligence they had gathered was that if we were to do a mass protest, it will be difficult somehow. Not to say they can't control the crowd. Go here in PKA. Sabi, you look at Krabi Crumpo, you do MTN office work right here, you see here. Non compare say, yeah, demonstration in our thousands. But of course, and that is the beginning of a better demonstration to come. Say me, so I didn't pay you for. That means I'm paying you for because I'm paying you for and the name say. And when you form a say, I did the whole Ghana about the streets. Now, and also you do on the more, and on your NDC system, and your NPP system, and your CPP system, and by your Ghana Mabuno. And so, by far, let's commend ourselves. We have done so well. And to those in South Africa, perhaps if they were looking for wisdom, I'm sure by now they have learned some wisdom from the youth of Ghana. If indeed they wanted some bit of knowledge on how peaceful protests are done. I'm sure that we have shown them the way. There is a reason why Ghana was first country to have gained independence, if not regained, because we were independent before the white man came. So Ghana was the first country in Africa to have regained independence, in Black Saharan Africa. And there's also a reason why South Africa was the last to have liberated themselves from apartheid. And the point is that Nyansanko and Agenko. So we are Babunu na Utie and now we're sharing on social media. Yes, Ramo, how your leaders have been calm, we expect you also to be calm. And say Asumdreba Mahatma Gandhi said that an eye for an eye will make the whole world go blind. So too many, na means to be too near. Now why Nancy? It is a dialogue matters. At least our leader, who is President Mahama, respectfully has shown the way. And we applaud him how far. What's in the Abuya if you hold Mwaba. Now, but if you say Mwaba, if you different regions, it's Abia and Nibiman joining. But Abia the next time, we are sure so many are joining. It's Abraham President Mahama Basso for the good leadership and the swift leadership. Our honorable could you talk black or put in the coffin, Yemi and Mobile. Now you say, Yamana, you did so. And your money yet, you're sick, you're decaying. You're in South Africa, our visa free waiver agreement. You're suspended. There be a suspension, Casade. Nitian say, now, Ufri South Africa, Ghana. Yamani yet to say Ufri Ghana, Ako US. No matter who said Ghana, so your mind. They are also, you're decaying the petition. Ako Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. Honorable Ahmad Kofi Bua, Osha, say a coin, no money, say about. Now, Suma, the Deputy Minister, so Major, your board honorable Amakofi Bua, Abaso Pa, and your body Deputy Minister, so Abaso. The house, so the air can say MTN, and the $50,000 give you a company. Takwa mine said here, and another job at the Jay, and you'll be at the Sabi President Mahama, the President, you will be on that's my age. It's your plan, be asono. You said Takwa mine for or release the Yaso. Yes, sir, I catch them paying for some of renew. Now, Mr. President, as your money who say, Obu ya ma omunti ana demonstration no ya nye gidi. Enye se emema asa e wo Ghana. Emema wo Ghana pa. Wo hwe enuanum ye gina yi ye ka sesa bi. Anka enye tutura semu a. Ye we be fise ye commerce. Ye we be fise ye pasore. Ye we be fise ye abosomsomfo. Na emomu etoda asumdwenti. Kwame Nkrumah kai was it pays no one to joke with the peace and sanctity if like anger of the youth of the Ghanaian. According to Kwame Nkrumah, the anger of Ghanaians gather slowly, but when they are fully gathered, it has a momentum, and nobody can quench it. I don't want us to get to that kind of pinnacle where the youth of Ghana are angry to the extent that they cannot be controlled. And that is why we are leading by example. So if we are youth and you are watching us, you are Ghanaian, you are any African from any parts of Africa, we ask you to do same. This is a non-violent protest, and we believe that this will fight. Finally, if you are a South African and you are in Ghana, there is no cause for alarm. If you are a South African and you are in Ghana, there is no cause for alarm. If you are a South African and you are in Ghana, there is no cause for alarm. We cannot sack Africans from Africa. We believe that this is equally your home. We are not animals like your brothers and sister Jacinta who are back in South Africa. We are wiser than Jacinta a million folds, and that is why we are leading by this demonstration. So if you are a South African, please be rest assured, no youth of Ghana is going to enter your shop. No youth of Ghana is going to enter your premises. No youth of Ghana is going to take your cars or take over what belongs to you like they are doing to our brother Sabato somewhere. However, if you are South African in Ghana or any part of Africa and you are against what is going on, we expect that you also join us. We expect that you also do press conferences. We expect that you also do press releases. So that we know that you are fighting. And maybe finally, to President Ramaphosa, we think that you sending envoys across to some countries, if not all countries in Africa, so that we can get back stronger in bilateral ties with South Africa again, is just an afterthought. You were there, Mr. President, when our people were being brutalized and you were silent. Even if you talked, you were only loud in your silence. And now, so at least Ghanaians and the rest of Africa will think that President Ramaphosa is doing something. Of course, we can only believe that President Ramaphosa of South Africa is really standing true to his words by condemning this xenophobic attack. If he commands an arrest of the likes of Jacinta and all those criminals that led that nonsense of a negative crusade against our people. If that happened, then we know that indeed South Africa is remorseful. Until then, we are standing by these measures that we are suggesting to government, and we know that someday Africa will win. But for the youth of Ghana, you have done a human job. Sometimes dialogue win. And African Union, if you are listening to us, I heard my brother Raf said that you are becoming useless. I don't want to borrow the words of Raf. He is a bit belligerent. I am a bit cooler than him. But what I can say is that your use is becoming less. I'm not saying you are useless. Please rise up, African Union, and make, or if you like, put sanctions on South Africa. Otherwise, they live in their folly to think that they are wise. Thank you. Thank you.
They are not useless. Fantastic point. By all standards.
So, yeah, that's so Jubilee House, in front of the Jubilee House. How and this demonstration, course, Nina is because of Kwanya South Africans, no, at the emphasis, I know, and I cover way in our bag, Ghana for sorry, say, Umbete to the tia, the course, was South Africa, as I say, Oba Ghana, a lot of their businesses are here, Ghana, Nibi, and Northern and Saka. So, they are doing this to tell the government that business those registration, renewal of contracts, and on council, including MTN, Absa Bank, and Goldfield, which is the one of the largest company in Ghana here. It feeds South Africans. It's in so on my Ghana and the air demo. you had the BCB because of the amount. Life and you can't come your life. Any brand prepare what I was in live on